The Blazing Defender Report with your host, Travis Jones. And now, for your listening pleasure, the Blazing Defender Report with your host, Travis Jones.
Introducing Skechers Megacraft sneakers.
Uh-oh.
Megacraft is the digital high-tech sneaker for the...
Oh no. Misa think we gonna get a cease and desist from Disney. Yes, we do. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a very special Blazing Defender Reports. I had no idea I was gonna do a show tonight. And my wife went and she had dinner plans, which didn't involve me apparently. And no, she's having a Christmas night with the girls. And I thought, you know what? Fuck it. The movie starts Friday, actually tomorrow night in a lot of cities. I'm going to go ahead and do a show tonight. So, welcome everyone to the Blazing Defender Report. I haven't done that in a while. It felt good to do it. Like I said, guys, very special episode. I'm going to be talking about the best and worst Star Wars scenes throughout all the movies. One of the movies that did not make the list apparently was Han Solo, or Solo, and for obvious reasons. But I just made a very quick list. Like I said, I didn't know I was going to be doing a show tonight, and I'm very excited about the movie. I had lunch with a friend today, and we kind of reminisced about a lot of Star Wars moments, and we were talking about. I'm like, you know what? I should do a show on that. So that's what we're going to do. That's what Misa going to do. And as you can imagine, what's going to be on the worst list. Okay, a lot of The Last Jedi and a lot of Jar Jar Binks. But no, really. So what I did was I didn't even really have time. So I'm going to let you guys do it. I'm going to let you guys put these in order. So I've got them in a little bit of order. But I'm not going to do the crawl. Okay, because yeah, that was fucking cool, but it's really one of your favorite fucking moments. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the crawl. I'm not gonna do that. Very cool though. It's really cool. I'm not gonna do John Williams' score because it's fucking amazing. All right, we all know this shit. So I'm gonna point out some maybe lesser known scenes that maybe you guys had maybe forgotten about, or maybe just didn't think they were that cool. Feel free to comment. I don't give a shit. It's what I like, not what you like, but maybe they coincide. So I'm going to start with the best of, and then we'll end with all the negative shit, because I am a Star Wars fan, so we do negative shit, right? One of the things I had on my list and I try to remember how I felt when these things happen, okay? Like when you're sitting in a movie theater and the things you watch and you have a reaction to. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's really, really negative. But sometimes you're like, oh my God. Like those moments are what makes us fans of any franchise, right? Star Wars has a lot of these moments. And surprisingly, I feel a lot of these moments come from the prequels. I know, they're not very good, but if you take bits and pieces out of the prequels, you get a pretty good movie. So one of the things I want to talk about is in Attack of the Clones. It's Mace Windu killing Jango Fett. You had this incredible scene of the Jedi holding the line and the Battle of Yavin, and they're, all the Jedis are fighting. We've never seen this many Jedis at all. Jango shows up. Like, Jango has been made out to be this badass fucking bounty hunter. I mean, they're cloning a whole army after this cat. Now, and at the time, we really didn't know a lot about the Mandalorians. Come to find out, Jango's a pretty shitty Mandalorian. But we didn't know that at the time. He's just got this dope ass Boba Fett armor. He's badass, right? Well, we really find out how fucking badass Mace Windu is. I mean, yak, cuts his fucking head off. The fucking helmet rolls. Poor little Boba sees his dad fucking decapitated by maybe the baddest Jedi in the fucking galaxy. So yeah, that was one of my moments. I was just like, oh shit. I remember looking at a buddy of mine. We were both like, oh my God, dude, he's fucking dead. Like, he didn't go out like Boba did, right? So Mace killing Jango made the list. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. of course, I'm going to have this down because this is one of the first times we ever really got to see this. And it is Palpatine using Force lightning in Return of the Jedi. What makes this so incredible is we all know how badass Palpatine is, right? But we don't know how powerful he is. And then he starts using fucking Force lightning, okay? And in Return of the Jedi, arguably one of the best of the original trilogy. I know a lot of people like Empire. I really liked Return. I thought Return was really good, other than Ewoks. Take the fucking Ewoks out of there. Get another foreshadowing of what's going to be on the worst list. You got a really fucking dope ass movie. So Force lightning, I remember going, oh my God, what is this? So very, very, very cool. Force lightning that Palpatine uses. All right. This is like one of my all-time favorite moments. I remember not being able to go see Attack of the Clones when it first came out. So, like, you're kind of getting into the era of spoilers, I think, at that point. What's up, Debo? What's up, brother? So you're really not, like, Debo can attest to this because he's the greatest at, like, avoiding all spoilers, avoiding all trailers, all clips on the internet. He's really, really good at that. I'm not. I like, oh my God, there's a trailer on the internet. Oh my God. I gotta fucking see it. I gotta go see it. And I do. I go see it. And sometimes I'm like, God damn it, why'd I do that to myself? Well, back then, you really didn't have the internet, okay? Like, you had it, but it wasn't full blown. There wasn't spoilers and people, data mining shit and hacking scripts. So you didn't have that. So what you would get is a motherfucker that's seen it on opening weekend ruining it for you. Well, Tony Vanetti, who is a local disc jerk here in Louisville, Kentucky, works for one of the radio stations. He's told douche. But anyway, he's on the radio, and he was very cool about not spoiling this. But he said, all right, guys, I seen Attack of the Clones last night. All I'm going to say is Yoda. And I was like, fucking Yoda? He's 850 years old, dude. What kind of moment does Yoda have? So, on the list is Count Dooku versus Yoda. I almost showed that clip instead of the Maul clip because it's just fucking Yoda. We all, you see him fucking, cripping around. He's got his cane. Looks like he can barely fucking move. And then, like, fucking throw fucking big-ass hunks of metal at me? Nah. Force lightning? Nah. Oh, I guess we'll settle this with lightsabers. And then the motherfucker opens up his robe and fucking raises his hands out and like fucking, oh, it's fucking on now. So, yeah. Very, very, very cool scene with Dooku and Yoda. It's one of my favorite, all-time favorites. You really find out for the first time in all the movies how badass Yoda was and why he had the rep of maybe one of the most powerful Jedi of all time. So, Yoda and Dooku. Okay, one of the other big moments, and this is a little bit of a newer moment, but it was still arguably the best scene in the movie. Now, I did like Rogue One. I did. Rogue One was great. But the very end of Rogue One, when Vader is trying to keep the plans from escaping from the Death Star, the weakness of the Death Star, and he is just slaughtering rebels. I mean, like, he's force choking. He's deflecting blaster bolts. He's throwing dudes up against the wall. He's fucking just cutting dudes in half. I mean, like, we've all heard about how dope Vader is, right? How he's got this huge rep. I honestly didn't get it in the movies. Like, it was just implied. Like, we actually didn't really see. I mean, he would force choke a dude here and there. You knew, he was scary looking. He was ominous. But, like, you didn't really get to see, like, the viciousness and savagery of Vader until that last 8-9 minutes of Rogue One. So obviously that's going to be in a lot of Star Wars fans. Best of list was the very end of Rogue One. Good movie. Not saying it wasn't a good movie. Just saying that was one of the most memorable moments. So, and then now I'm going to dive into some of the earlier stuff. Okay. Cause I think that's what captured us, right? I mean, look at this poster right there. I mean, that is a fucking classic artwork, like when movie posters used to be art. So, Star Wars still kind of keeps that tradition, which I really, really dig. Okay. Han shoots Greedo. Okay. Now you can imagine what's going to be done in my worst list. Anything that George Lucas did in the DVD release that he changed, that there was no reason to change it. But Han shot first. We all know this. Han fucking shot Greedo first and Mos Eisley. All right. It's like one of our first introductions to this fucking scoundrel smuggler that we all fell in love with. Okay. So Han shoots Greedo, tosses the credits to the bartender and says, "Sorry for the mess," and fucking leaves. I mean, it's vintage Han Solo. It's one of those iconic scenes that is still talked about this day, mainly because someone tried to fuck it up. I won't say who. Lucas fucked it up. And we'll get into that, So obviously one of the best scenes of A New Hope. And then from, let's see, was it Revenge? Yes, Revenge, or no, I'm sorry, Return of the Jedi. Slave Leia. All right, it's Slave Leia. I mean, okay. We all remember recent Carrie Fisher, God rest her soul, God rest Princess Leia's soul. My dog is named Princess Leia. So nothing really hot about her. All right. Slave Leia from Return, you will not find a more masturbated to image by adolescents, pre-adolescent kids than Slave Leia. It was like, holy shit, that's the fucking hottest thing I've ever seen. So for obvious reasons that, I challenge you to find another image that was jacked off to more. I mean, boom, that makes the list. No matter what it is, no matter what movie it came from. It could have came from The Last Jedi, which if we would have got a moment like that in Last Jedi, I may have to rethink how awful I feel about it. But there was no image like that in Last Jedi. Of course, because it was Rian Johnson and he sucks, and I don't even think he likes girls. So anyway, so then I'm going to go into this. This is odd. This is an odd choice. Okay. And you may think it is, you may not. Leia kissing Luke. All right. Why the fuck is that on your best of moments, Blazing D? It's a very good question, and I'm going to need to wet my whistle to answer this. Thank you. All right. Thank you for that reprieve. Because it's a sister kissing his brother. I'm from Kentucky. This is awesome. This was like our chance to make this okay, to make incest cool. And then they, people didn't gravitate to it, man. Someone in the chat, for all you guys listening on Anchor and iTunes and what have you, I do the live show. I am doing the live show. We have a live chat, and they are making fun of me right now. Jason especially is making fun of me for drinking water. I gotta work tomorrow, man. I thought about cracking open a drink, but I was like, no. I just don't have one drink. I have many drinks. So yes, I'm a pussy. Water. Yes. I like Leia kissing Luke scene, and I'm drinking water. So that tells you all you need to know. But yeah, so Leia kissing Luke, it's actually maybe the only scene that makes both lists tonight. But so yeah, there you have it. All right, in the one scene that I really feel like was a pivotal moment in me loving this franchise was the Star Destroyer from New Hope coming across. Like, you're in the theater. Now, this is way before fucking 3D, guys. Like, all right, we didn't have fucking 1080, all right? I know some of you kids are like, what? When did we not have 1080? All right. Yeah. None of that shit. No IMAX, no XD theaters, none of smell-o-vision, none of that shit. All right. Had a motherfucking big ass TV screen is when you went to the movies. So when the Devastator, Darth Vader's Star Destroyer, comes over you in the theater as it's chasing Leia and the blockade runner, you're like, what the fuck just like, holy shit. Honestly, maybe one of the best constructed scenes in a movie ever. Like, can you remember being in a movie and having something like that happen and you go, holy shit? Like, really, really well constructed cinematography for especially for that time. I mean, it was crazy. But like, you knew, man, you were in store for something special. Very, 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 very special. Yeah, Heath Phillips, what's up, man? Slave Leia. Yeah, dude, just went through it. There's no image more jacked off to than Slave Leia. It was definitely on my list, and very, very high on my list. If I don't mind me saying to me, Steve. So yeah, so Luke kissing Leia. All right, and of course, I got it written down right here. Oh, Vader killing Obi-Wan. Like, that, what was so cool about this moment is you get this lightsaber battle. All right, it's like the only lightsaber battle we had in New Hope. Or definitely the first one. And you're like, oh shit, what are these things? These giant glow sticks, man. They're awesome, right? Lightsabers. Everything's better with lightsabers. You've seen the videos. They put lightsabers on John Wick. They put lightsabers in Game of Thrones. They put lightsabers everywhere. It just makes things better. It always does. This is where it all fucking started. And then you get this character, this iconic character of Obi-Wan, who is so, like, he's so into the Force and so confident that he sacrifices himself to aid Luke in his journey to fulfill his destiny. So he willingly dies so that Luke can fulfill his destiny. So really, like, even as a kid, that wasn't lost on me, right? Because it was so well done. You're like, whoa, what the fuck, man? Why did he die? Oh my God. Why did he die? Like, and then you get it, you know, like, you can't believe it. That it was so fucking, so well done. So well done. So Obi-Wan killing Vader. And then of course you have the, I'm going to get to this first, because this was a very, very cool, So Heath Phillips says Slave Leia made the rumors of Harrison Ford hitting that made it believable. Yes, absolutely. Like, I hope I don't give a fuck if it was C-3PO. Just, dude, someone nail that shit. Like, the whole time she's shooting that, if she's in that outfit, I'm wanting to bang her. So one of the most iconic moments. And again, this comes from the prequels. I mean, the prequels made it, man. Like, they had some really iconic scenes. So when Maul fucking sheds his robes when he's fighting Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, he sheds his robes, and you get to see this fucking head with the tattoos and the fucking horns, and he double-bladed motherfucking lightsaber. That's it. That's all you got to say. Double motherfucking bladed lightsaber. First time we've ever seen one. And everybody proverbially shit their pants in the theater. Like, it smelled awful in the movie theater because everybody shit. Everybody shit themselves. Girls were shitting themselves. Guys were shitting themselves. I mean, it was a shit fest. Because we seen a fucking double blade lightsaber by, like, this demon figure. They looked like the goddamn devil. So, just that scene alone was incredible. Then you get to arguably one of everybody's top 5 scenes, maybe arguably the greatest lightsaber battle we've ever seen. Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan versus Maul. And I'll never forget. There were so many scenes in this. So, and I showed it earlier for the guys that jumped into the stream late. I showed the entire scene. Fuck it. When the barriers cross and like it separates Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Maul, and Qui-Gon being the philosopher type, not so much the warrior, as maybe Obi-Wan is. He fucking goes down, he goes cross-legged and starts meditating, right? And then Maul's just fucking going back and forth like a caged animal. Like, dude, this is what he's trained for, is to fuck you guys up. He don't know you. He don't care. You're a Jedi. You gotta die, Jedi. So, I mean, that scene right there, I remember going, oh my God, come on, fucking turn these barriers off. Let's get it on. I mean, so for a movie scene to be able to make you feel like that, just raw energy and emotion that Ray Park portrayed in that scene, and then you get this awesome lightsaber battle. I mean, pretty fucking good shit, man. So I think it's a lot of people's best moments, right? Is that scene. Now I'm going to go back a little bit again to Empire. Okay. Arguably the best movie out of all the Star Wars movies. When Vader tells Luke, I'm your fucking father. I'm your daddy, yo. Believe it or not, it's true. I'm part of you. I didn't mean to rhyme that. But yeah, it's like, so we get this huge Maury Povich moment, and it's like, you are the father. Holy shit. I don't think anybody had a clue at that point that Vader was Luke's dad. And then now it actually opened up a shit ton more questions, right? Like, how did that happen? And oh my God, like, why didn't Luke know? And so then you get the prequels to kind of answers those questions, whether we wanted them answered or not, to be honest. But still one of the most iconic scenes in any movie, in movie history. So yeah, no surprises at the top of my list. I've got another one here. But I can't read my own writing. So yeah, so fuck that. But yeah, so some of my favorite moments. If you got a favorite moment you would like to share, please do so in the chat. Love to hear it. And now with that, I will start the shit show, which is the worst movie moments of Star Wars history, in my humble opinion. So just for the sake of argument, just about everything in Last Jedi was awful. Everything with Jar Jar Binks, awful. Ewoks, awful. So let's just get the low-hanging fruit out of the way, okay? Like I said, I'm trying to think of things that maybe you kind of grazed over. Oh, and then in the best moments, you've got the Grievous Obi-Wan fight, which there has been a big rumor that the guy that choreographed that scene had a much longer fight scene where he fought Grievous's like bodyguards, and he has said for years that was going to be the greatest lightsaber fight of all time. Like, he was going to be knocking out Grievous's bodyguards, like kind of like a video game. Like, each one was a little bit tougher and had something cooler than the next. Then he got to Grievous. So unfortunately, we'll never see that. It was never shot on film, but he had this fight scene planned out. That would have been really cool. Still a good scene in itself, right? But that was a pretty good scene. I would like to have seen more of. When Yoda actually escapes Order 66, like, he feels that shift in the Force, and then like he kills the guards behind him because like he knows they're getting ready to come after him. Like, he's so you're so in tune with the Force, Master Yoda, but you didn't see the Sith coming. Shit, come on, man. But yeah, still another really good scene. So Jason says Empire when C-3PO says the cave is collapsing. I don't even remember that fucking scene, Jason. What you're gonna have to elaborate on that, please. I don't know what the fuck that is. The cave is collapsing in Empire. In the beginning, I guess, when they were on Hoth and the base is collapsing and they have to escape. I assume that's it. Elaborate. When they're in the worm's belly. Gotcha. Yeah, okay, I got you. The cave is collapsing. Yeah, 3PO, man, he's had some moments, hasn't he? And it seems like he's going to finally get his hero's farewell in this new movie. Like, apparently, whatever he has to do to help our heroes advance the plot is going to basically wipe C3's mind. Apparently, I don't know if that's true or not. But it is kind of what it looks like. You see them scraping through those teeth when it chomps them. Yeah, that was a pretty cool moment too, right? That's a good one because like they feel like they're in this cave on the, hiding out from the Empire in this asteroid belt, and they're actually inside this creature that resides in this asteroid. Yeah, that was definitely an awesome moment. Good moment. Okay, so in the worst, I kind of have these ranked a little bit. So anything that Lucas did for the DVD special edition, George, man, you gave us a lot, dude. I'm a Raiders fan, so you're like Al Davis. Like, you gave us the Raiders, right? And then you spent the last 15, 20 years of your life destroying the Raiders. So it was kind of like, oh, man, he's dead. Oh, hey, we can move forward now. Lucas the same way. Dude, you gave us Star Wars, and then you spent the next 20 years fucking it up for everybody. So why? So some of the DVD specials, some of the changes that he made in the DVD special is he made Greedo shoot first. And the reason is he felt like it made Han look to be a murderer. Okay. It doesn't matter, George. We still seen the originals, and Han shot first, and we didn't care because Greedo was probably a piece of shit and needed to be scrapped. Okay, so have no idea what the fuck that was about. Well, we do, and it was just stupid. All right, and then Hayden Christensen, they took out, which his name escapes me, the original actor that played Darth Vader. And there's a scene where they're all Force ghosts at the end of Return of the Jedi. And you see these 3 Force ghosts, and you look, and it's the actor that played Vader, but he's not all fucked up in the face. It's the actor. And then for the DVD release, to maybe like connect these trilogies to the prequels, he puts in Hayden Christensen. Okay, you didn't have to do that. It actually made no sense, especially how everyone kind of felt about Hayden Christensen's performance. So let's get to that. Hayden Christensen's performance. One of the worst, right? And where is it at? Attack of the Clones. The whole shit with, I hate sand. Sand is annoying. It gets in everywhere and it itches my butt. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? It couldn't be more wooden, right? And then he goes on to tell how Padme is soft, and you're not like sand, Padme. You're soft and you have nice boobies and you're super hot. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. It's awful. Hayden Christensen was fucking awful, man. And to think that this was our Vader origin story, and probably the reason we won't get anything Vader going forward in the future, because they have devoted so much time to Vader and his origin. But we don't care about that, right? Hey, this is a comic book show normally, so I have to plug this now. The Darth Vader comic books by Marvel are, if you want to know about Vader after he became Vader, the moment after he got into his armor, check out Charles Soule and Karen Gillan's runs, Volume 1, Volume 2. They're fucking amazing. They're amazing. I love Vader even more, which I didn't think that was possible, because of these comic books. So please check out those comic books if you're a big Vader fan. They do him way better justice than any of the movies, even Rogue One. Okay? So Jason also says, love the Rancor fight, especially at the end when you see the pitmaster crying over his pet. That's a great scene too. Like the Rancors, other than like maybe a crate dragon, maybe like the most dangerous beast in all of Star Wars canon. So, Luke beating a Rancor was pretty fucking dope. The guy cast as young John Connor was the worst choice ever. Hayden Christensen, hold my beer. Yes, abso-fucking-lutely, man. Baffled that Vader can't feel Luke's presence, yet has no idea Leia is his offspring. What the fuck? Can feel Luke's presence, yet but has no idea Leia is offspring. Yeah, that's a little different. Because we find out that, Vader does know, Vader, he's Vader at this point. He does know that there were twins. So yeah, that's true. It's a good point. So back to shit, which is Hayden Christensen, mostly. But then you have anytime Luke, Mark Hamill, and Vader say no, it's awful. I mean, it's awful. When Luke finds out that Vader's his dad, he's like, like, what is your mouth doing, dude? What the fuck? It's like he's trying to project anguish and dismay in his lips, but you're just saying one syllable word, dude, or you're going to give it 40 syllables, but still, do it fucking right, man. Just say no. So that was fucking awful. And Vader's no, when he finds out the end of Revenge of the Sith, when he finds out that Padme didn't survive, that actually Palpatine tells him, you killed her with your anger, you're the dark side, you killed her. And he's like, no. I mean, dude, awful, fucking awful. So those were pretty bad. Worst moments, man, right? Jason said, wasn't that cleared up in the comics, though, that they explained how he became aware of Luke's presence? Maybe, Jason. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm sure it probably was. For you guys that love Star Wars, love it. The comics, man. The Star Wars comic by Jason Aaron was fantastic. Again, when Marvel started bringing the Star Wars comics back to their company after the Disney acquisition, they've been very, very, very good, especially that first run by Aaron. So yeah, it probably was. I'm not 100% sure on that. Okay, Boba's death. It's got to be up there, right? It's got to be on the worst list. Like, you make this cool ass character. Now, granted, I don't think they had any idea that Boba was going to be a fan favorite like he was, okay? But you've got this bounty hunter following Han, trying to get Han for 2 movies. And then in the way it was done, right? Like, Han's blinded because he just came out of the carbonite, and he's temporarily blinded, and he's, where's he at? And he like turns around and uses his staff and punctures Boba's jetpack and fucking flies him to the Sarlacc pit. The end. What the fuck is that about? So, just for you guys that don't know, it is not canon as of yet, but Boba did survive the Sarlacc pit in the extended universe. But now, these weren't considered canon, but if you're watching The Mandalorian, there is some evidence to suggest that Boba Fett is hunting the Mandalorian. Now, we don't know that yet for sure, but it is a fan theory. It is a theory of mine as well because of certain things. So we may see Boba Fett again, but as of right now, he is still dead. He is still Sarlacc poo, because, when you eat, you poo. So he ate him and pooed him out. I don't know. But so Boba Fett is officially, as of right now, dead. So big mistake. Okay, Star Killer Base from Force Awakens. It's like, how fucking shitty is that? Where you get this new movie after all these years, and you give us another fucking Death Star. Like, holy shit! Star Killer Base. I get it. It's as big as a planet. All this shit. Nobody fucking cares, man. It is a Death Star. Like, that shit didn't work before. Why are we rehashing that? Now, I am an Abrams fan. I know some people aren't. It's fine. But I expected a shit ton more than a reskin of New Hope. And Abrams has even come out and spoke about the parallels of New Hope and Force Awakens. And he's pretty aware of it, apparently, which makes me even wonder about his creative choices. Like, why do I think you're so original, dude? Because that was like the opposite of originality. So Starkiller Base, Force Awakens. Death Star, anybody? All right. Kylo takes off his helmet, Force Awakens. All right. Like, so what is Star Wars actually, like, what is it known for, right? Lightsabers, shit like, cool creatures, shit like that, right? Yeah. Villains. Palpatine. Boba Fett, Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Dooku, Grievous. Like, we've got a really, really, really good villains rogues gallery going on here, okay? Now, enter Kylo fucking Ren. All right? They should have Mandalorian'd his ass. Like, you're staying in this fucking mask until Rise of Skywalker. And then the dark side, your descent into the dark side is fucking you up so bad. When you take off the mask, you have red eyes. Your face is going to be white and chalky. You're going to have fucking scars because you're just badass like that. No. They introduce us to Adam Driver very, very early on to what he looks like. And when he takes this helmet off, it's laughable. And apparently, in screen test, audiences giggled. So that should have been your first notification to listen to your screen test audience and stop this shit from happening. Adam Driver, I mean, he's a Vidal Sassoon model, dude, with that fucking hair. It's awful. But fucking balding. Do something. Like, horrible, horrible, horrible fucking choice. Not saying Adam Driver's an awful actor. He's not. But we need somebody menacing. We need somebody that's not fucking pretty. We need somebody that is going to frighten us. Now, the Kylo Ren mask, very, very cool mask, right? In the line of Vader, which it was supposed to be. That's who inspired that mask. He should have just kept it on. He really should have just kept it on. But that's what we got. We got Vidal Sassoon, Darth Vidal Sassoon. Okay, so now I have Finn. Finn is, in my opinion, the worst. And this is not just my opinion. It's several people's opinion on the internet. The worst Star Wars character of all time. Finn has brought not a fucking thing to this universe. Not a thing. Now, we thought we might get a Finn Rey, like a Rayfin, I don't know what you'd call it, relationship going, right? They obviously had some chemistry, maybe. I don't know. Obviously, Finn liked her because I remember how he looked at her when he first seen her on Jakku. Like, hey, what's up? How you doing? You know what I mean? I could totally see that happening. So then we get in, God, I hate even bringing this movie up. It pisses me off so bad. The Last Jedi, we get, there's nothing going on there. They don't even see each other in the fucking second movie. So Finn gets two fucking jobs. He can't do either one of them. They don't find the hacker. They get captured. The hacker fucking gets away, which is played by Benicio del Toro. It's awful. And then, okay, so now we've got this, Kylo and the First Order coming to wipe out the remaining of the Resistance. Okay, they're on that cool ass sand. Is there any other planet other than sand, other than Octu in fucking Star Wars universe? Now this one's got red sand. Oh, that's cool. It's actually kind of cool looking, to be honest. So he's going to take out this fucking big ass and he's going to save the goddamn day. Okay, and I'm like, oh, all right, Finn is going to do the sacrifice play and get his goddamn shining moment. You go, Finn. Do it. Save the rebellion. Save us from the First Order. No, you can't do that either. Because apparently every man in The Last Jedi had to have a woman save him. Look at it. Go back and look at it. From what happened to Poe, Finn, everybody. Okay? So, fucking Finn gonna get his moment. Boom. Rose, I think her name's Rose. I can't even believe I remember that. Like, that should be something I repressed and never thought about again. But obviously I remembered her name, Rose. The little fat Asian, she fucking rams his speeder bike or whatever it is and takes his moment away because now all of a sudden she's hated his guts the whole movie and called him a traitor and a spy and we can't trust you. And now all of a sudden she fucking loves him. Sorry, Finn. You had your moment and you fucking even couldn't do that right. So, Rose Tico, thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, that sucks for Finn because Finn is officially the worst Star Wars character of all time. Okay, let's look at this for a second. Say, well, I don't know, man. Jar Jar was pretty shitty. He was. But at least Jar Jar aided the Gundams in defeating the droid army. I mean, granted, it was stupid as shit, and it was all luck. It was like he had Domino's power of luck, her mutant ability to, like, alter outcomes. Because, you know, he should have been dead 100 times, but things kept happening to protect him. So, whatever. The Force loved him, apparently. But he at least did that. Finn has done nothing in the Star Wars universe. So, pretty fucking shitty character. Again, all Ewoks are shit. I hate sand. We talked about that. Any moment with Jar Jar. Star Killer Base, Kylo, creation of Finn. Boba's death, Luke and Vader's no, anything Lucas did with the special DVD release. Okay, so LMC for Life makes a great point. Yeah, but Hux is an Imperial. Hux is an Imperial, and none of them are menacing. Yeah, like Admiral Hux is like who's taking that guy seriously? Like, honestly, like, nobody's taking that guy seriously. Like, I'd be like, bitch, talk to me like it again, motherfucker. I'm going to smack shit out of you. But, yeah, I mean, he's not menacing at all. And even Kylo, like, has had enough with him and, like, you know, goes to force choke. I wish he would have force choked him. It would actually gave Kylo some redeemability. What's up, Big Den? Big Dennis. Big Dennis is in the chat, yo. World's most OKSDM. Go check out his channel, man. Give him a like and subscribe. He's doing some pretty wacky content on his channel. It's pretty entertaining. But yeah, guys, so that's all I got really. Best and worst moments. Jason had a really, really good moment when they were in the creature's mouth in the asteroid belt. That was in Empire. That was a really good moment too. Jason also says, I know that everyone says Emo Vader's the worst, but for fuck's sake, he's standing right next to a soulless ginger bitch Hux. Yes. And you know, that's another thing they do with Kylo Ren is he's like a child. Like he gets pissed off and throws these tantrums. I mean, do we see Vader throwing tantrums? You know, Vader's more like, all right, I'm really pissed off. I'm going to go down to Tatooine and I'm going to murder me a bunch of Tusken Raiders. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do because I need to vent. And I'm not just going to have a fucking temper tantrum because I'm not a little bitch. So, yes, thank you, Debo, for that link on Dennis's channel. But so, yeah, I mean, so we've got the new movie coming out Friday. Actually, tomorrow night I work, so I will be in the theater Friday morning at 10:30. I'm going with a couple buddies. We are going to check it out, and hopefully I'll have a good report. The Rotten Tomatoes reviews are out. I believe it's at 155 reviews right now, and it is sitting at like 55%. All right, you need to be 70 or 68 plus to be fresh tomatoes. And it's not right now, which imagine that Star Wars film getting mixed reviews. Now, the guys that I follow at IO9 and IGN, they have had good things to say about the movie. It's really odd, right? like some people are like, oh my God, this is such a fitting end. It is nothing that you thought you wanted, but you find out you do. There's a lot of cryptic reviews, right? Because they don't want to spoil shit. But it's still really, really, really good reviews, in my opinion. And the reviews that are bad, like one review said, well, if you like The Last Jedi, or if you didn't like The Last Jedi, then you'll probably like this. Hands up in the air. Yeah. Well, I fucking hated Last Jedi, so this is going to be the greatest Star Wars movie fucking all time. So that, to me, being a bad review, was a good review. So you got to kind of read through that shit, guys. You know how it is. Always, 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 always go see the movie for yourself and make up your own mind. And love what you love. Defend what you love. Jesus Christ, I know I do it with the Snyder Cut. So I'm very excited. I don't know what to expect. I do want things wrapped up, but there are some things that I want to see. I want to see Rey's lineage addressed. I want to find out what the fucking deal with Snoke was. I'm very excited for Palpatine, but I really, really hope they make that his return believable, if that at all makes sense. So there's a lot of things that I'm very excited for, very anxious for. No kissing. Yeah. So there is a rumor that Kylo and Rey are going to be Reylo, which is fucking awful. Like, and I'll be honest, guys, I was not like a fan of Vader finding his humanity. I wanted Vader to be bad to the fucking end. And, I just don't, these guys, you come to a point of no return. I guess that's the moral of the story. Like, it's not too late to come back. Kylo killed his fucking dad, man. And his dad wasn't fucking Lobot. It was Han fucking Solo. Like, the coolest dad in the fucking universe. So there's no coming back for Kylo for me. So I really hope that's not what happens, but we'll see. Rey and Kylo are not lovers, and they better not do that crap. Yeah, I agree. They should be enemies now, especially after the last movie. Luke killed his dad also. Yes, that's true. Now that's a good point. Let's address that for a minute. Luke killed his dad also. So, hey, tit for tat, motherfucker. So he did, but Vader actually wasn't dead yet, right? Like, they fought. He stopped Palpatine. Palpatine lit Vader up with some Force lightning. So other than the lightsaber bolt, the Force lightning may have did Vader in, so let's just say maybe Palpatine killed Vader before Vader threw him into the reactor. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was, mercy killing. The Emperor killed Vader. But I mean, Luke, So let's look at this though. Vader is not the world's best dad because he cut Luke's hand off. That was pretty shitty. That wasn't cool. No dad of the year for you, bro. But yeah, so you never know. Let's see. Cause when Luke said, "I'll kill you," Vader said it was too late for that now. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying there's no coming back for me for Kylo Ren. Like, nah, dude. For one thing, you're not Vader. You never were Vader. So that the whole him getting redemption arc will be lost on me if that's the truth. If Rey and Kylo kill each other at the same time, I will absolutely puke. Actually, I would love that. Like, so how is the Vader scene in Rogue One not one of the best scenes of all? Fans waited 4 years to see him prove that he's the best villain of all time. Okay. Oh, Brian Elder. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for coming late, Brian Elder, but I spoke about that. It was one of my top scenes of all time. It wasn't my number one, but it was one of my favorite scenes ever. And again, for you guys that haven't read the Darth Vader comic books that Marvel produces, you get all of that. You get this savage fucking violent Sith Lord. I was on Facebook and commented there. Oh, okay. Yeah, is it not? It's playing on Facebook, right? Like, it should be playing on Facebook when I started the stream. But anyway, yeah, it's one of my favorite scenes. But again, for the people that love it so much, because I had been reading the Darth Vader comic, that's the Vader that I know. That's the guy that is fucking the nastiest of the nasty. And again, throughout all the movies, Vader force chokes some people. I mean, we know he's bad. We know he's menacing. He's scary looking, but he's not like that savage as fuck motherfucker we've seen at the end of Rogue One. Like, that's like, we kind of needed more of that. And that's what sucks about the prequels is we probably won't ever get another Vader story because they have spent so much time on Anakin and his transformation. Even though it's technically a spin-off, meeting Chewie for the first time in Solo was epic. Best scene in Star Wars is the Maul fight scene. I agree. Yeah, the Maul fight scene is one of the best, if not the best, in all the moments for me. Yoda fighting Dooku was really up there for me. Yoda surviving Order 66 was really, really good. Obi-Wan fighting Grievous was fantastic, but the Maul scene is probably the best, and then Yoda versus Dooku, which is odd because all these came out of the prequels. People shit on the prequels, and I do too, because there's a lot of it that wasn't good, but it still has some of the most epic scenes. Meeting Chewie for the first time was really, really cool in Solo. But again, my favorite part of Solo was the end when you see that Maul's still alive, which if you watch the Clone Wars and Rebels, the cartoon, you already know that Maul is alive, and those cartoons are canon. So those are definitely something that we could see in the future. And again, we did in Solo. When we see Maul at the end, we realize that he's back. So yeah, all these scenes are good. And again, like the Mos Eisley scene, where you see this cantina is like you when you go into this Mos Eisley cantina on Tatooine, you actually see all these different species. And this is the first time we've seen Star Wars. So it's like, holy shit, man, this is fucking awesome. Like, what is that? And who is this? And look how crazy that motherfucker looks. Like, so you finally get this epic scope in that one scene in the bar at Mos Eisley. So that was one of my favorites too. Obi-Wan mangling Anakin is pretty iconic, yes. And, it didn't make my list, honestly. I thought that scene was a little rushed. It looks great on Mustafar with all the fucking fire and shit. And we end up learning in the comics again that Mustafar has a deep-rooted connection in the dark side. And it's odd that this planet that is so powerful in dark side energy is actually the birthplace of Darth Vader. And it is where he makes his headquarters as well. Is it weird? My second favorite scene was Leia choking Jabba because, bikini. Hey, remember that I told y'all I had a moment and I couldn't read my own writing in my notes? That was it. Thank you, Brian. Leia chokes Jabba with chain. Return of the Jedi. Yes, that was actually the second moment that I wrote down from memory. Again, I didn't really have these in an order. I was trying to do like my favorites last, but yeah, that was one of them. Like, yeah, she's choking. It's just fucking hot, right? It's kind of S&M-ish, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, that's yeah, you're right. That was actually one of the second moment that I wrote down after Mace killing Jango Fett. So yeah, I mean, you got Palpatine fighting Mace, which that almost made my worst list. And here's why. Plo Koon, Cloon, is the kind of the blue amphibious looking Jedi in that scene where Palpatine like slaughters the other Jedis that are with Mace. Okay, like very, very quickly. Okay, what's fucked up about that is Plo Koon is he's one of the baddest, dopest Jedis in the universe. Okay, according to the extended canon, or I'm sorry, the extended universe that's not canon anymore. But these are stories that we grew up with. Sorry, Kathleen Kennedy. There was a lot of fucking shit to pull from. And like me, I've read it all. So, and when fucking Palpatine, like, it was a weak swipe at that, kills Plo Koon, I'm like, that wouldn't happen. I don't give a shit how badass Palpatine is. There's no way that happens. He beats Plo, but it's a battle. And Plo and Mace, man, I don't know. Just ain't. That should have been a very awesome scene that was kind of undone by me knowing the extended universe, and I'm sure you guys too. Worst moment. So Jason says, worst moment, when you see Kylo Ren stop a laser blast mirror, think he's going to be, yes. That was actually, and I didn't mention it, but it is actually on my list. Like, I was trying to think of like force powers when we seen him for the first time, when Palpatine fucking emits his lightning, his force lightning. And you're like, oh, what is that? We've never seen anybody stop a blaster bolt midair, have we? So I'm like, damn, this dude's got a dope mask. I digged the broadsword lightsaber, especially when you find out the story behind it. I think it was dope. Very, very original, very, very creative. And when he stopped that blaster, I'm like, this dude's going to be badass. And then he then he takes his fucking helmet off, and it's over with. Worst moment of the entirety of what they did to Luke's character in the last film. That's a fucking great point, Dennis. Very, very, very glad you brought that up. So Luke Skywalker, the fucking hero of our trilogy. When I say our, I mean everybody that was old enough to remember going to the movies and seeing Star Wars: A New Hope. And you're going to make him kill his nephew while he sleeps. Then he sets on the universe a Darth Vader 2.0, which is the way it was supposed to be. Anyway, he turned out to be. And then you leave. You fuck like, hey man, deuces. I've done my bit. I've killed one guy. Later. Y'all handle it. But then he leaves a map in R2. He leaves a 2-part map for like, hey, well, if you can solve this riddle and find this map, you can come find me. But then he's a total dick when Rey gets there, takes his lightsaber, fucking pitches it. All right. I said this before I started my worst list. Anything Rian Johnson had to do. Anything Rian Johnson had to do with Star Wars is the fucking worst. And that it's all encompassing with that motherfucker. I mean, dude, you can't. In one of the reviews I've seen, you guys may have already seen this, it says that J.J. Abrams, like, basically took everything that Rian Johnson did and reverted it, which is what we all hoped for, right? And I said this when I heard JJ was doing the next film, number 9. I was like, it's going to be a huge retcon. It's got to be, because there's no coming back from what Rian Johnson did to this story. So Snoke dying like a little bitch boy was god-awful too. Yes, it was. Again, another Rian Johnson sequence. Now, I did think that the fight with Snoke's troopers or Snoke's guards, the Imperial Guard, I thought that was a really, really well shot scene. I have no problem with Rian Johnson's cinematography. I have no problem with his eye. I think it's good. Like really, really good, actually. And I hate to say this, but The Last Jedi may be the most visually beautiful and stunning of any of the movies. But when you give me what you gave me, it's got a great package. It's like a hot chick with big titties and everything else, but she's so goddamn dumb she can't wipe her own ass. What do I do with that? I'm not going to keep wiping your ass. I don't care how hot you are. So that's what it was. She was a hot chick that you're tired of fucking, that you want to kill, to get rid of her. But she's going to stalk you to death. So now you're like, fuck, I don't know what I do. That's Rian Johnson's Last Jedi to me. Did they hire Johnson because Scorsese wasn't available? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they hired Rian Johnson, but they loved that motherfucker. I'm still trying to find out if he's got anything to do with the new trilogy coming up. Now I know Kevin Feige. I do believe that's the reason D&D from Game of Thrones is off the Star Wars gig. I know they say it was because they took a Netflix gig, which they did. But when Feige came aboard Disney and said, I want to do a Star Wars movie, I think they were basically like, yeah, you guys are out now. Because Kevin's going to use his own people. And we're going to let Kevin do what Kevin does, and that's make billion-dollar movies. So I'm hoping that Rian Johnson is fucking gone. I hope we never see another movie by him. And I don't think we will, because even though critically it is one of the best movies in the Star Wars franchise, the fans fucking hated it. And they know that's where their money is. So let's hope. It says, good martial arts scene, but zero force powers used by Rey or Huge Nose. All right, well, they killed Snoke with a force power when they used the lightsaber and ignited it with the force power. So, yeah, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of force powers used. It was more like a synchronized dance, right, with Kylo and Huge Nose. Like they're, they've got this chemistry and all this shit. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with that, man, as far as them two go. I'm really hoping I don't get a Reylo. I'm really hoping I don't find out they're brother and sister, because then that makes all the force touching shit that they did in the last movie really, really shitty. Yeah, Snoke went out with a bitch. Total bitch. He did. And that's, again, everything Rian Johnson did sucked. It's like Snoke. He's kind of cool looking. He's this, fucked up looking dude. He's from the Outer Rim, right? Parts unknown, the outer region. We don't really know a lot about it. So there's a lot of this air of mystery. Oh, he's a Sith Lord. Oh, that's dope. Oh, that's cool. He's dead. And damn, he went out like a bitch. So, yeah, I mean, again, Rian Johnson just fucked it up. World's Most Okayest DM says, I'm really hoping there's no forced Reylo love thing in this movie. One of the tweeters said one of the best non-nude love scenes, so it better not be that. Yeah, great. Yeah, that's awesome. So it probably is them, unless, okay, let's look at it this way. All right, I got a theory maybe on what the love scene is. We know Billy D's back. We know he's pansexual. We know he's got a thing for droids. So maybe it's C-3PO. Maybe he fucks C-3PO, and that's the reason there's no nudity. All right, hey, let's fingers crossed, right? It'd be the weirdest shit too in Star Wars history. So you could add another like the weird shit in Star Wars. Yeah, so maybe it's that. Maybe it's Billy D. Maybe it's fucking R2. BB-8. What's BB-8? Is he a chick? Maybe he's a chick. We don't know. He's pansexual. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He could stick his dick in one of them holes. So let's hope it's that. Hey, I'm pretty excited about seeing Billy D. Especially since I'd heard that Billy D, they shot some scenes with Billy D in Last Jedi, and he was so bad. Like, he's old now, right? And I heard it was the scenes were so bad they couldn't even use them. So now I don't know what Billy D did to, like, his scenes look good in the trailer so far. So you think it Rey's a Skywalker. Oh, you killed a character I've looked up to. Oh, you tried to kill me in your streams. Oh, you murdered resistance. Oh, and you have been in I love you. Yeah, exactly. He killed his dad, man. Han Solo, the coolest motherfucker in the world, and you killed him. There's no coming back for you, Kylo. I'm sorry. I think Rey will just adopt the Skywalker moniker. Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. I think she's a Palpatine. Therefore, that's why he's back. I'm just glad they're not drunk or junk traders that sold her for drinking money. Thanks, Kylo, you dick. Thanks, Rian Johnson, you bigger dick. I'm thinking that at the end, she is going to, even though she is a Palpatine, she's basically going to call herself Skywalker to make sure that Luke's legend lives on, which, again, you tried to kill him in his fucking sleep, you piece of shit. You're the worst uncle in the verse. So, yeah, I don't know. It seems like we already know a lot of shit, right? Like, just from what we speculate and what we have seen in the trailers and how we've pieced together things can work. But I will, the IO9 reviewer said there are a lot of twists and turns and it's not what you're thinking. So I'm really, really hoping that I am shocked when I go into this movie and I go, oh my God, I never thought about that. That is so cool. But we'll see. I don't know if that's what's going to happen or not. I'm pretty excited though, man. I am. Brian Elder says what Luke did with the Force in Episode 8 was amazing, but what Leia did with the Force is better. It makes it one of the worst scenes. But that bitch can straight breathe atmosphere. Most ridiculous scene and shock reveal in the series. Yeah, but okay. So not to spoil anything, but apparently, that is in this. I think this sucks if this is what happens. But there's a speculation that Leia was training to be a Jedi before she found out she was pregnant with Kylo. When she found out she was pregnant, she stopped her training. Which, really, you can do other shit, bitch. Bitches work all the time pregnant. Come on, man. So, but anyway, she's the one that's going to finish Rey's training, which I say bullshit. How does Leia finish anybody's training? What did she train for, a month before she found out she was pregnant and then quit? Come on, man. She can't fucking train anybody. But that would explain somewhat how Leia could channel the Force. But again, wow. She can breathe and propel herself in 0G? That's pretty dope-ass power. Like, can you imagine some lightsaber fights in 0G in space where they're fucking flying around? And that would be fucking dope. Because we've all been so worried about who her parents are, to flip it and make it this about Kylo would make sense, and why they won't put that mofo in the damn helmet. That's true. What Leia did is canon. It was shown in the cartoons. Oh, okay. If you would elaborate on that a little bit, Jason, because I didn't know that. Like, I've watched a lot of the cartoons. I never seen them fly in space with the Force. And, like, she was actually dead, right? And then, like, kind of revived herself. And so that's, I don't know. So, I need season, episode. If you would, please. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, I didn't know that. But again, with these movies, that's the reason I really want some part of The Mandalorian to be in this story. But I understand if it's not, because you're going to have casual moviegoers that are going to go, what the fuck? Okay, but we all kind of said, what the fuck, when Leia did that. So, you know, if they did do it in a cartoon, that would explain some of it. But it's still a poor choice to put in a movie of this magnitude, because a lot of people haven't seen that. You know what I mean? So there's that, at least. But I would really like to find out, like, how Leia did that. It would answer some questions, right? And that's kind of what we want. We want to know who Snoke is. We want to know who Rey's parents are. We want to know why Finn could thwart the conditioning of the stormtroopers. We still haven't got that story. Again, Finn, worst character in Star Wars history for the reasons I named earlier. But we need, like, I want to know more about Finn. Like, why was he able to do this when no one else was? So I really want to know that. The one where they created force bubbles around themselves that contained oxygen. Fuck, I don't remember that. I don't remember that episode. Totally sounds doable, though. That's pretty cool. Kind of like Aquaman and them did. Maybe Aquaman's force sensitive, right? Aquaman and Mira? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so there's that at least. And so I've also heard JJ in an interview say that there is a force ability that we've never seen before in this movie that is going to be extremely controversial. Oh, Jason put the YouTube link down there. Thank you for that. Yes, definitely going to check that out. So that I'm curious on what that is. I've heard it's force lightning, not dark side lightning, because usually it's only dark side users that have force lightning, but apparently Rey is going to use force lightning. So that's going to be something different, and I'm sure people will be bitching. Probably force drain, since the Swedish folks spoiled that with their rating. Oh, okay. Force drain. All right. That's different. I'm trying to think if I haven't seen that in a movie, obviously, but I'm trying to think if the video games had it. Pretty sure KOTOR had that. Pretty sure KOTOR had force drain, where if you were choosing the dark side, you could drain the life force. Again, it was a dark side ability, draining the force out of people. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm down for that. I like seeing new force power. I never seen a motherfucker catch a blaster bolt either. That was cool. Never seen it again, but that was a pretty cool ability. I dig it. I'm excited. I'm ready, man. I'm looking forward to it. If I wasn't working tomorrow, I'd definitely be going tomorrow night. So had to look up his name. It was Plo Koon. Okay, so I was right. I was right the first time. Imagine that. I said Clune. I said Koon first, but then I said Clune with an L, but it was Plo Koon. Yeah, Plo Koon is a fucking beast. And he has a solo episode in it was Clone Wars, maybe the first series, like the first volume of Clone Wars. He has a solo episode, all devoted to himself. And you see in that episode how badass he is. Like, he's a bad motherfucker, man. And like, that was a great episode in Clone Wars. Yeah, but it's Plo Koon. Yeah, he was dope. He would have never been beaten by Sidious like with one swipe of his lightsaber. There's no way in hell. Once you watch that episode with him, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right, guys, I'm going an hour and 20 minutes. We've kind of exhausted it all, right? But we will be back, and it'll be a Meatheads, it'll be a BDR, but we're definitely going to look at Rise of Skywalker. We're going to pick it apart, I'm sure. So get out there and see it this weekend. Get out there Friday and Saturday. Go Sunday. You know, if your team's already out of the playoffs, then fuck it. Don't even watch football on Sunday. Go watch Rise of Skywalker, and we will be back. I don't know. It'll probably be me, Casey. I'm gonna have some special guests on, Dennis, and Sam doesn't even know if he's gonna go to the theaters and see it. Sam is so out on Star Wars. It's like, Sam, you got to go see it so we can do the fucking show. So, I hope he does. So if he does, we'll definitely have Sam on as well. But be looking for it. So, guys, Blazing Defender Report. I'm doing the Mando monologues, where we're doing chapter discussions, episode discussions of The Mandalorian. I'm doing it with TV's Casey and Dennis Robinson from Bosch. Dennis is in the chat right now. So please check those out. Go to Twitch and you'll see the video library. Go to my YouTube channel. I'm exporting all those to YouTube. So please check out past episodes, and those are coming up. The new episode dropped today. We'll be doing that episode this week, and then we'll be doing the finale as well. So please, please, please be checking that out. Follow the Facebook, Instagram, hit that little bell up there on the follow button, and you will be notified every time I go live. Is Baby Yoda gonna have to choke a bitch? That would be fucking awesome. I'm so ready for Baby Yoda to fucking choke somebody. I'm so ready for Baby Yoda to go Sith. How awesome would that be? Like, the internet would implode if Baby Yoda went dark side. But thank you so much, Debo, the best hype man in the biz, for the links. Please check out those links down there, guys. Hit those. Hit the notifications. Hit the subscribe on the Facebook channel as well. That way I promote a lot there and on Instagram. And always right here. And now I am cross-streaming on Twitch and Facebook Live. So, and I get to chat in both. Like, it's awesome. Like, I've been wanting to multi-stream for so long. And thank you, Streamlabs OBS, for allowing that to happen. But, guys, it is the holiday season. Just treat people like you would want to be treated, man. Do that shit all the time, okay? If you pay it forward just a little bit, it just makes the world a better place. In this time of year, remember your family and remember those that are less fortunate than you. And we can just start paying it forward a little bit at a time and making the world better. But with that, guys, I might see you before Christmas. If I don't, then have a happy fucking holiday, and I will be back very soon with more Mandalorian and Rise of Skywalker content. But for that, I want to thank the chat. You guys were fucking awesome today. Thank you so much. Great questions. It's always a better show when you guys contribute. Thank you so much for being at the show, and thank you guys for following and supporting me all for this. The whole time I've been doing this show. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas, guys. And with that, Blazing Defenders out. Peace.